Hello everyone, I cordially welcome you all to another video from the React tutorial series, and in this video we are going to discuss on custom hook in React. So without any delay, let's get started. As we have already discussed in the previous articles, with the introduction of hooks in React, developers could enjoy the benefits of class components in the functional components. There are a lot of inbuilt hooks which serves our purpose. But what if we need more? Take for an example, there is a logic in our functional component which needs to be repeated in multiple components. Now, simply writing the same logic multiple times is not at all a good practice. This also doesn't adhere to the concept of dry, don't repeat yourself. So now we are only left with one choice, to write the logic in a separate function and call it wherever it is necessary. Custom hooks do the exact same thing. Custom hooks are basically a normal JavaScript function whose name starts with use and may call other hooks in the process. In the given example, we will implement a custom hook named useIncrement which takes a starting point for the count and increments it by some value provided to it. So let's understand how we can implement the same hook using custom hook concept. Welcome to VS Code. Here we will now implement our own custom hook in React. So first of all, I have created a hook directory or hook folder. Within this directory, we have created our useIncrement.tsx. So this is basically our custom hook. So let me first explain how this hook works. When you initialize the hook, it will accept two things, a base value and an increment value. Suppose your base value is 0, your increment value is 2. So whenever you will update the value, what will happen? The base value will be updated by the increment value. So initially, if your base value is 0 and your increment value is 2, so for the first trigger, base will be 0 plus 2, 2. In this next trigger, 2 plus 2 is 4. Then 4 plus 2 is 6. So what will happen? Whenever the updater method which will be returned by this hook will be called, the base value will increase by increment value. Okay. Now let's understand how we have implemented it. So firstly, in this custom hook, we will make use of the inbuilt useState hook. Thereafter, we have created an interface iProps which has a property increment which will be of type number and another property base which will be of type number. Thereafter, we have created a function useIncrement which accepts prop which will be of type iProps, and therein we have created our local state variable, that is count, and the setCountUpdater method which are returned by the useState hook. And initially you are saying this useState hook is accepting prop.base, basically the base value which is passed to it as a prop. Okay. Thereafter we have a setIncreasedValue. This is a function, and what will this do? It will take in the initial count value and it will increment it by the value of increment that you have passed as props. And thereafter it will return you two things, a count which will be of type number and the setIncreasedValue. So basically it will return the state variable and the method to update the state variable by the number of times you specify the increment prop. Okay. This to a great extent seems like the useState hook already, and this custom hook already uses the useState hook inbuilt. But here there is only one catch. Normally in useState hook, we directly call setCount from the component. Here, rather than returning setCount, we are giving an option to the developer to increment the count by the value specified as a prop to this hook. Okay. Now let's go to the parent component and see how we can make use of this hook. Within our app component, we have used this useIncrement hook, and here we have passed two things. This object accepts two things, the increment which will be 2, which I have passed over here, and base which is 0. So initially the value of count will be 0. If setIncreasedValue will be called, it will increment the value of this count by 2. Okay. Finally, on the UI, we display the count value and we show a button on clicking which we can increase this value. Okay. Let's run our code and see if it is working fine. So I will go to terminal and write npm start to run our React application. Let's wait for some time until our application starts. So our application has started And here let's do our task. So as you can see, initially the value is 0. When I will click on increase button, what should happen? Here it will call a set increased value function, and this function is returned by our custom hook. So when this function will be called, it will increase the value of the state variable by number of times we have passed the increment prop. So here increment is 2. So when we will click on the button, it will become 0 plus 2, 2. If we again click on it, 2 plus 2, 4. So see if it is working. So yes, as you can see, whenever I click on this increase button, the value is getting incremented by 2. Okay. This is a pretty small example to make you understand the power of writing custom hooks in React. But in any production grade application, you have to write some complex hooks using the inbuilt hooks provided to get your work accomplished. Okay. This is a pretty complex topic, but here I have tried my best to lucid it as much as I can. Now let's go back to the slide. I hope you found this video informative. In case you like it, feel free to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We are going to bring more videos in the future. For any queries, doubts, suggestions or feedbacks, feel free to post them in the comment section. We are going to reply. So thank you for now. See you in the next video. Bye.